All right, guys, I'm super excited to introduce you to someone that you may have not seen before if you're watching from the US, but has taken Australia by storm. Labeled such things as the Michael Jordan of the Australian regional scene, plus much, much more. This man is coming off a crazy knockout win on Hex just this past weekend, 34 seconds, I believe, and he joins me from the airport on his way home. George Mangos, welcome to Submission Radio, brother. It's great to have you, dude.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you, man. All right, so let me ask you this. I saw you got a big $5,000 bonus check from Hex. Is that
Yeah.
like with you right now at the airport?
No, I palmed it off to my coach. I don't know. He's gonna get it back somehow. I don't know how to deal with that. Didn't fit in my suitcase.
I love that because you got the belt, then you get the check. Going to check out the security at the airport must be a bit of fun for you anyway, right? Do they take the belt out when you go through the?
No, they haven't yet. It's been all smooth sailing. I don't know. They must just wonder what that is when they scan it.
So, dude, I saw Mitch from Australian MMA labeled you the Michael Jordan of the Australian regional scene here. How has it been for you, bro? Like, I'm guessing you've been getting a lot of cool messages coming your way since the weekend after this crazy win.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's also always good to hear stuff like that. People praising me, and I'm getting recognized for the work I've been doing. Nothing but positivity, good messages, good vibes from everyone showing their support. And it was a great win. So I'm glad to see that people enjoyed.
Yeah, brother. All right. So we've got some people watching this interview that maybe haven't seen your handiwork before. So let me just share this screen right here. 2 seconds. Here we go. All right, guys. So we are looking right now at George's Instagram feed. By the way, look at this. A lot of cool posts here, but I want to show everybody this video right here. Look at this. George, this is you in action right here. Head kick KO. For people that don't know much about you, look at this. What was going through your mind here when you were landing that head? Look at the massacre here. You label this as beautiful violence. People that didn't get to see this performance from you, basically, you're an absolute killer in there. Break down what goes on through your mind as you land that head kick KO right here, and they're wrapping the belt around your waist.
Yeah, look, obviously I was pretty excited. That was my first knockout on my pro career, so I was, I really wanted to tick that off the list. And to get it done like that with a, spectacular head kick, it just made it even better. I made the read early that he was dipping his head, and then I just feinted the right hand and he dipped again and just ate the head kick. So yeah, it was pretty beautiful. That's why I captioned
beautiful
that beautiful violence.
Yeah. Be honest with me, how long are you sitting there trying to come up with a perfect caption?
Sometimes it just like rolls off the tongue, but yeah, that one was good. Sometimes I'm sitting there for a while, but that one was easy.
I couldn't find a video of the KO from this weekend. I'm guessing it's because of a broadcasting deal, because you guys are going to be showing it, I think, on a channel here in Australia called Channel 7. But break it down for me, man. 34 seconds, right? You were able to get the win in 34 seconds. As you're imagining this fight and how it goes against Ethan Thomas, are you picturing a win so quick? What was going through your mind even going into that fight?
Yeah, look, that was like the best camp and best preparation I've had by far. So all the boys around me at the gym, my coach, they're all saying to me like I'm gonna put him away early. Some of the boys are even saying I was gonna put him away with the first punch, like each first exchange of the fight. Look, they weren't that far off, maybe like 2-3 exchanges and the fight was over. I was glad I got to stuff a takedown as well. Obviously, Ethan had higher wrestling credentials and he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, so I wanted to prove a point and stuff his takedowns before I put him away. So I was happy with that also. But look, we prepared for 5 rounds, but we all had a feeling I was going to put him out of there early.
Dude, it's crazy. You're 21, right? So you're not even anywhere near the peak of your career. And now we're in this position where we look to what's next. And I know you spoke to Mike Bonnet at MMA Junkie. You were talking about the Dana White Contender Series. Is that the next goal for you? Is that going to be the next fight for you? Is that the aim to get onto that show for your next fight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm only 21, but I was 7-0, 7 finishes, and it seems like that's where Dana likes to put, up and coming contenders like myself, especially young undefeated guys on the contender series, and it gives them a good like platform to launch themselves off. So when they make their debut, okay, people have a bit of hype around them already from their contender series fights. So I'm looking forward to entering the UFC through that way. That's the way we're trying to go.
Yeah, I know your manager, Tim Simpson. He's probably working hard behind the scenes to send him through some highlights from just this past weekend. But have you heard anything from the UFC? Like before this fight happened on the weekend, were they already sort of interested in bringing you on the show?
Yeah, look, yeah, we've Tim spoken to the people like Sean Shelby and stuff. They know who I am. I'm sure they were watching last night my fight. Not last night, sorry, Saturday night. Yeah, they know who I am. They're happy with my work. They're impressed. It's all good feedback we're hearing from them. So, look, in my mind, it's only just a matter of time, and this year contender series, it makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, there's some big things happening for that one. Let me ask you, man, let's have a little bit of fun. So, UFC 145-pound division. Before we talk about you and who you'd want to fight, who's your favorite UFC featherweight of all time?
At the moment, it's probably Ilya, to be honest. I mean, I know he just vacated the belt, but he's yeah, he's like perfect. Really, he's got no hasn't have any holes in his game. He's got very slick boxing. I love watching his knockouts. So probably Ilya is the featherweight I watch the most.
What do you think about him leaving the division, by the way? He wants to go up to 155 and fight Islam. Do you reckon he could beat someone like an Islam Makhachev at 170?
Yeah, look, I think like skill for skill, pound for pound, Ilya's a better fighter. I think the main factor in that fight is just going to be the size. So look, if Ilya can get past that, I do think he's a better fighter.
Yeah, okay, wow. Okay, so let's talk about the division for you, man. So obviously you still have to go to the Dana White Contender Series, but once you get through there, you'll be in the division. Who's a dream fight for you right now who's active in featherweight that you'd love to challenge yourself against respectfully?
No, there's a few guys that I'd love to fight. I mean, I think people I'll do well against someone like Diego Lopez. I think he's good, but I think he's got ways to be beaten. He's fighting Volkanovski next. I think Joanne Volk will get that. But yeah, there's lots of exciting matchups. Even John Silva is not ranked yet, but I'm pretty sure he'll get through Bryce Mitchell and be in the rankings soon. There are a few fun matchups there that I'd like.
Yeah, break down that Alex Volkanovski Lopez fight for me just a sec. So you have Alex Volkanovski winning that one. How do you sort of see that one going?
Yeah, look, Lopez is talented, but I think Volk's just too good everywhere. I think he's going to put on a good performance like how he did like Max in the third fight, or against Yair Rodriguez, where he just kind of pummel him for, man. Well, if it's not 50-45, he'll get a late finish, something like that. I think there's just levels to this game, and yeah, Volk's on a different level to Lopez. Lopez still a bit too early in his career.
Awesome, dude. Well, listen, man, I know you're about to jump on the plane, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. But before we wrap up, man, just talk to me a little bit about your team. I know it's special for you to be in this position, and there's a whole team of people behind you. Who are some of the special coaches and some of the special people that you've worked with to get to this position that you'd like to shout out before you get this crack at the Dana White Contender Series?
Yeah, we got obviously my head coach Luke Pizzuti. He's calling me for all of my fights. He's helped train a lot of people that have fought at the high level, like Whitaker, Hector Lombard when he was in Australia. He's trained a lot of high level people. But look, I'm the first guy he's trained from amateur to pro to getting signed to the UFC. So I'm excited to start that journey with him, and I've got a great group of training partners at the gym at Lions Den. Like Marwan Rahiki fought on the same night as me. Came with another first round knockout. He's 4-0 with four KOs, so he's someone else, another featherweight to watch out for. So I got really good training partners. We're not the biggest name gym in the world just yet, but we're going to get there soon. One day, it's inevitable.
Awesome, dude. Well, listen, man, congratulations to you and your team. Making a name for yourself worldwide already, and you're not even in the UFC yet. There he is there, one of the brightest prospects in Australian MMA, about to take his next step into the UFC, man. I cannot wait for this Dana White Contender Series to be announced. In the meantime, what do you want people to know, some of your fans, or some people can get to know you a little bit better before you start this journey on the Dana White Contender Series?
Yeah, I'm obviously on my Instagram, and just recently I started posting some YouTube videos, some behind the scenes, or we're going to be posting one from this weekend's trip to Melbourne. So if they want to find some extra content of of all that, you can check out my YouTube. I think it's George Mangos MMA. But mostly there, Instagram is where you'll find me.
Awesome, dude. All right. So that YouTube is in the description below. I've chucked it in there, guys. How about this, George Mangos? Have a safe flight home, man. I cannot wait to see you get into the UFC and make a splash in the division. Thanks for joining me.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.